right, up next is a dancer, choreographer extraordinaire. She's been dancing since she was 10 years old. Her favorite styles being hip-hop and jazz. And later this summer, you can catch her playing the role of Demeter in Cats at Arizona Broadway Theater. You'll be there, won't you? Her cabaret is called The Book of Ashley. Please put your hands together for Dani Cleveland!
Hi, guys. I was very sheltered growing up. I learned the F word and where babies came from in the same week. 13 was a huge year for me. Up until then, I genuinely thought the F word was funt, spelt F-U-N-T. Because I misheard a man in Denver yell that at someone, and my mom said, "Don't repeat that." And so I didn't, for years. And the shelterness didn't stop there. My sophomore year of college, I hosted a dinner with all the sophomore and freshman girls in my major. At the time, my house was having some plumbing problems. So anyway, my landlord texts me and says, "Hey, make sure you're not flushing your tampons." And I laugh because what else am I supposed to do with it? And so I confidently turn to all of my female colleagues and I say, "Guys, who here flushes their tampons?" And I put my hand right back down and sent an apology to my landlord. I grew up Christian in Queen Creek, Arizona. Now, growing up Christian in America is not usually a minority experience, but in Queen Creek, I was one of 17 non-Mormons in my graduating class. 17. And most of those 17 were ex-Mormon, which is basically Mormon with trauma and coffee. You know you're sheltered when even the Mormons leave you out of their dirty jokes. The girls called me Thunder Thighs, and the boys tried to convert me. One guy did tell me he liked me, and then slid a Book of Mormon across the table to me. Most guys would be some flowers or a nice dinner, but a scripture. I don't even remember what he said. I just remember thinking, this guy is going to be a terrific missionary. Down the road, there's a Mormon church. Up the block, there's another. There's a place you can accessorize your garments. A school, a tree, 100 churches, and no matter how hard anybody searches, that's about as thrilling as this dumbass Queen Creek gets. It's the lamest place in the world, and it's not gonna get any better till I'm out of this town. Yes, the lamest place in the world. And I'm pretty sure this Donald guy that my friends all like is a real lying clown. I love the singing in church, but that is about all I liked. And now I'm getting an arts degree, and not a liberal art degree like one where you would make money. A different kind of liberal art. Musical theater. ASU School for Music is far different from Queen Creek, Arizona. Every fake and freak, every fool and clown, since Joseph Smith settled this stupid town, let them clap when I take my bow, even their child brides. And it just got a little bit better. Amazing but true. Yes, the lamest place in the world has a lot of flaws, but maybe it'll be fine because it brought me to you. Properly introduce myself. My name is Dani, short for Danielle. But for the first 6 years of my life, I thought my name was Ashley. I was even sheltered on my name. I found out my legal name the way most people find out. The restaurant carries Coke products rather than Pepsi. First grade, 5 Ashleys in the class. My mom says to the teacher, "Oh, well then she can go by her first name, Danielle." And I'm sitting there thinking, who is this Danielle among us? And then I was shocked to find out the Ashley she was referring to was me. What the hell you mean she can go by her first name, Danielle? You told me my name was Ashley. And to this day, I go by Dani out of spite. I don't know my name. My mom lied at an early age, so I say I'm just Dani, just Dani. By the way, I'm a child of divorce. Thank you. Which is crazy, because if you had told Ashley I grew up to be a child of divorce, she would have laughed in your face. I grew up in a Christian household. I genuinely thought divorce was something that only happened to celebrities or people who didn't pray hard enough. My parents were devout and loyal. We didn't even celebrate Christmas, Halloween, or Easter because they're pagan holidays. We didn't just get married. It's supposed to be unbreakable. And if we're going to be breaking all the rules, then why am I not opening Amazon packages under a pine tree or knocking on doors in cosplay to get a sweet treat? So when they got divorced when I was 13, I was less sad and more offended. Like, excuse me, we had branding, we had a reputation. I never thought this was in the cards for me, and just think what the Mormons are going to say about me now. And 13 is such a formative age, and now your mom is selling her wedding ring and your dad moved out of state. I joke, but life events like this, when you're so unaware of the depth of a situation, only make it that much more confusing and only made me feel that much more behind. It's times like these, wish I had a time machine so I could see what you did October 13th at 10:15. Were you really asleep? Were you lying to me and the family? There's no us and us when I'm lacking trust. You wanna discuss, ugh, you disgust me. Don't make me cuss you out. Why'd you let me down? Don't say sorry now. And thanks to you, I can't love right. I get nice guys and villainize them. Read their texts like they're having sex right now. Scared I'll find out that it's true. And if I do, then I blame you for every worst that I assume. When I'm 45, someone calls me their wife and then screws our lives in one selfish night. Don't think I'll find forgiveness as fast as mom did. And God, I love you, but you're really selfish. Please, can you fix this? 'Cause you were all I looked up to. Now I can't even look at you. I was recently catching up with my oldest friend Marie, and she reminded me of this moment. Freshman year of high school, and I'm crying on her kitchen floor, and I tell her that I think I'm a sinner. And not because I hated God, and not because I committed any crimes, but because I had feelings for someone that I shouldn't have. At the time, I genuinely thought it was a phase. I thought I just was acting up because of my family's hardship at the time, or maybe because I grew up in faith. And I thought if I prayed hard enough, I'd wake up and the feeling would never cross my mind again. A year or so later, I ran to my mom, begging her to let me be baptized because I thought it was the only way to fix myself, to which she told me, let's wait till you're older. Instead, here we are, still me. The wildest part was, I didn't even remember that moment when my friend told me about it, even though it was huge for Ashley. I don't think I'm a genius, and my whole life I felt ignorant, but I do find some peace and comfort when I'm honest with myself and just let myself be Dani. I'm sentimental, so I walk in the rain. I've got some habits even I can't explain. Go to the corner, I end up in Spain. Why try to change me now? I sit and daydream, I've got daydreams galore. Cigarette ashes, there they go on the floor. Go away weekends, leave my keys in the door. Why try to change me now? Why can't Can't I be more conventional? People talk and they stare, so I try. But that can't be, 'cause I can't see my strange little world just go passing me by. So, let people wonder, let them laugh, let them frown. You know I love you till the moon's upside down. Don't you remember I was always your clown? Why try to change me? Why would you want to change me? Why try to change me now? People love to say that these stories are embarrassing. The F word, how babies are made, the tampons. And altogether, I can seem like a real ditz. And this remains a huge insecurity of mine. I used to laugh along like, haha, yes, Ashley was so behind. But Ashley wasn't behind. She was just elsewhere. She was dealing with her parents' divorce. She was watching addiction take someone that she loved. She was trying to be a good Christian daughter in a town where even the Mormons thought she was weird. Being sheltered meant that I didn't peak in high school. Being sheltered meant that when I didn't settle for the first boy who claimed he loved me. Being sheltered meant that when bad things did happen, I knew they were wrong. Even if I couldn't place why, I would know. And sometimes, honestly, I miss being Ashley. I miss being so unaware. I miss the protection. I miss when all my family lived under the same roof, my mom's ring remained confidently worn. I miss when I was still years away from knowing what sexual assault was. There's a difference between innocence and ignorance. I miss the first one. And now that I'm a little bit older, I can look back and remember and give myself grace. Because I'm proud of who I am and who I'm still becoming. Because I'm turning out pretty funting awesome. I do know the F word now. It's fuck. In case anyone didn't know, I got you. Authority issues, wish you would listen to somebody, even yourself, every once in a while. Take some initiative, wish you'd start walking the walk, baby. How do you talk to your poor inner child? Cut off your hair if it's too long. Write yourself a coming home song. Learn from the things that you've done wrong. Leave a light on for yourself. Doing all right in a damn crime. Feeling it all for the first time. And you're just getting into your prime. Leave a light on for yourself. Yeah. There's no saints in the stars, babe, there's no signs in the ceiling. You get a good feeling, you go with it. I'm trying to help ya. If you don't want my perspective, why don't you get yourself over it? And cut off your hair if it's too long. Write yourself a coming home song. Learn from the things that you've done wrong. Leave a light on for yourself. Doing all right in a damn crime. Feeling it all for the first time. Leave a light on, I'm falling. And I picked me up. And I picked me up. See, I was falling. And I picked me up. And I picked me up. And cut off your hair if it's too long. Write yourself a coming home song. Learn from the things that you've done wrong. Leave a light on for yourself. Pick up your friends without delay. And cut yourself down in the same day. Won't you quicken it in your own way? Leave the light and I picked me up, and I picked me up. See, I was falling, and I picked me up, and I picked me up. Falling, and I picked me up, and I picked me up.